The Colonial Republic of Cameroon soldiers' invasion of Babanki since Sunday, June 11th, at the request of the traditional ruler of Babanki's cousin Ham to the people of Babanki. These thugs of the Bia's regime, with live bullets, shots, forced the youthful population, their targets to run out of the village into the bushes. There is now a mass exodus of youth because of insecurity and uncertainty. This chaos is a direct consequence of the entry of the occupational forces of La Republic of Cameroon into Babanki. Now, it's on this sad note we'll begin on Don'ta tonight. How are you doing, sir?
Very well, Onyi. Good evening, Ambazonians. Well, this case is just too peculiar to the actions of the colonial La Republic terrorist forces. Wherever there is relative calm in Ambazonia, they step in and cause chaos, crippling the economy of that area and making lives miserable for a lot of people. Well, this is the reason why oftentimes they burn down schools and hospitals just to paralyze all that benefits Ambazonia. This La Republic forces are now in Babanki, and in less than 15 days, they have transformed the place into a desert, paralyzing every income-generating activity as the youths are forced to flee for their lives, leaving behind just the old, who are now the ones digging graves for those murdered.
Well, Undaunted has gathered that in Kejom Kekubi Babanki, there is no young man left in the village, a locality in the restive Midland zone of Amazonia. Most young men have reportedly fled the village for their dear lives after at least 12 civilians were killed in the latest operation by the Colonial La Republic of Cameroon security forces. We have also brought reports of about 20 killed as well. The front of the village is blamed by locals for inviting the La Republic of Cameroon military to combat those he termed Amazonian fighters operating in Big Babanki.
Now, attempts by villagers to dump the corpses of those killed at the palace met a stone wall as they were repelled by the La Republic military and forced all the youths to flee the village with deafening gunshots. Now, a source hinted that the corpses of those killed by the La Republic military were buried on Saturday 17th and Sunday 18th of June 2023 in their various residences. The plan to carry the corpses to the palace, as earlier proposed by some villagers, was stopped by the La Republic military, who gave firm instructions on how to bury the corpses. This is hinted by a source. Now, according to reports, old people were forced to dig the graves as there were no young men around to do that. So far, another source hinted that the digging of graves was another hurdle, as only the old were available to dig the graves and bury the dead. Every young man in the village has fled for safety. Meanwhile, the Colonial La Republic troops on Monday, June 19th, observed a ghost town, having been moving from home to home, pulling individuals out to go and open their shops.